Okay, so in this lesson, I'm going to talk a little bit about the idea of playing blues licks over a swing bass line. And let's think about this from the bottom up. And also, if you want to download the example that I just played, if you want to get the tab, just go to the link below or the link on screen and sign up for my mailing list, and you can download a PDF that's got the notation and tab for that opening example. So, if we start from the bottom up, just thinking about what the chord progression is. In this case, well, the idea of a swing bass line that's kind of what we're doing. And if you listen to, small group or big band records from the 30s, you hear this groove a lot. It's not unrelated to rhythm changes. It's a little bit different. And the bass itself on those records will literally be playing two notes for every pitch that they're playing. But you can get the feeling of it just by playing this single note line. And it implies a set of chords. And it wouldn't typically on a swing record be an E, but we're guitar players, and that's where this sits nicely. Works in A, works in C, and maybe I'll do some lessons on that at some point too. But right now we're in E, so I'm thinking of it like an E and then an E7 with a third in the bass. So third, root, fifth, and flat 7, and then A7, and then A sharp diminished. Here's the root. I'm not going to try to spell these out because I always get in trouble trying to label diminished chords. But I'm pretty sure this is the diminished fifth and the diminished seventh and the third, or the flat third. And then E again with the fifth in the bass this time. C sharp 7, which is the sixth chord. So here's the root, the third, the flat 7, and the root. And then a 2 chord, which can be either dominant or minor 7th. In this case, I'm doing F sharp 7. So here's the root and the flat 7 and the third. And then the 5, B7, with the root and the third and the 7th. So that's the idea. And doing the alternating thumb helps that's where that extra, instead of playing like this, we're playing, which keeps the rhythmic propulsion going while letting you kind of do this, letting your thumb do this more comfortable alternating thumb thing, which sounds very guitaristic, and your hands can kind of fall into it relatively easily. So you could start with just the voicings. Following through with the thumb and kind of framing those chords. And then when it comes time to put the licks on top, I am kind of faking the 4th string some of the time, like just using the open string because that's the 7th of E, and then sometimes just playing like choked strings, letting the fingers drape because other things are happening. And even if my hand's available, left hand notes are available, a lot of times it just sounds better to kind of do that staccato thing where you pick the note, but you relax your grip as soon as you've played the bass note. I'm talking about on beats 2 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you just take those 2 voicings, F sharp and B7, and you play the bass note full on the first beat, and then on beat 2, you play, but relax your grip immediately. You get this kind of snap, and you get a little bit of like kick to the backbeat. Instead of playing. And you could go through the whole. I'm sort of brushing, so I'm getting the 4th and the 3rd string. Which is kind of a Merle Travis thing, among other people. So you can just practice the groove like that. Getting all those voicings. And then on top, it's basically minor pentatonic with major 6th and major 9th or 2nd. And the thing that's cool about that collection of notes is that third of the F sharp, and here I'm getting the third of the E. But what's nice is that you start putting those bluesy notes on top of and it starts to give you some of those altered chord sounds. Like you put this G natural on top of the C and you get a C7 chord with a, what is that, sharp 11? And you put that G on top of an F sharp chord and you get a sharp 9 on the F sharp. So it's sort of, if you just play bluesy stuff on top, it almost, you can't help but play these kind of hip altered sounds on top. So you've got the bass, you've got the inner voice that's happening on with the thumb that's getting choked or faked or sometimes played for real, and then you get these blues licks on top. You could take something really simple, right? That's just pentatonic notes. There I'm playing the C sharp. Get some of those blues licks, and they sound, when you break them down, they sound really sometimes kind of out, kind of dissonant, but in context your ear like resolves them as, oh, the bass is doing this and there's a blues lick on top, and that all sounds good. So, lots of possibilities. So again, if you want to download that opening example, just go to the link below or the link on screen, sign up for my mailing list, download the tab, and I'll see you next time.